the riot at the dog park studios. It's Live with Johnny. And now, here's Johnny.
Oh, hey. Hi. If you're watching live on Instagram, yes, it is crooked.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're doing amazing.
I'm good at stuff. I'm good at the computers and the phones. Why not? Let's try it out. Look at this. We already got 642,000 watchers. Yeah, I mean, I may have added a number, but we shall see. If you're checking us out, hey, first of all, Facebook world, how are you? Thanks for coming back to Live with Johnny. Again this week, Instagram. It's been a while since Live with Johnny went live. We're here live at the dog park studio. We're here live at the riot at the dog park studios. And we're going to try to get a little bit on Instagram as well as we do the Facebook. And then we'll put it over on the tick of the talk later. If you're wondering why I keep jostling, is Kirk's dogs, the doors are open. And his one dog, who Josephine, is playing with my marbles. I don't know how else to tell you what's going on. So if I start to talk and I'm like, that's where it's going at. Oh, my son's watching. California John, we call him. Why did you do that for, fucko?
Because you got to talk straight into it. You were off to
Well, why is it a crooked?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's where we need it to be.
All right. Well, what if I wanted to cover my face? John Boy's watching. He's live in studio. Just had a bloody nose, but I'm tuning in. Okay. That's John. That's what we call oversharing. All right. So cut it out. Anyway, how are you, fuckface? You good?
I'm good. Right at the dog park's back. Did you hear? 1 week hiatus.
I was just gonna say. 2 weeks ago it was, man, I don't know. Pretty sure we're dead. We're not gonna ever get back together again.
It's not happening, man.
Here we are 2 weeks later, like, dude, we're back. You guys are you're the Who, you're Kiss, you're Brett Favre, you're all of those people.
Guns N' Roses. We're basically
They never
Guns N'
fucking
Roses.
said retire. You don't be a dick. All right. The first half hour of tonight's show is sponsored by the one and the only Bridge Cigar Shop. If you're smoking cigars and or buying gifts for cigar smokers and you're not doing it, not getting it or doing it at the Bridge Cigar Shop, you're doing it wrong. Head over to the Bridge Cigar Shop over there in Naugatuck, Connecticut, and go get your finest selection of cigars, a good pour room, and just a great place to sit and watch the game or just to chat with your people while you smoke a cigar. We were there. We smoked a cigar.
Yeah, these mics smelled like cigars for 2 weeks after. Just so you know.
Hannah is just joined, so that's nice. No, again, you got me set up so I can't see the comments. Anywho,
That's the only comment right now, bro.
oh hey, Live with Johnny's killing it.
It's great.
I don't, we're here on a Thursday night again. We're gonna figure this out eventually, right? Like a steady night. Does it seem Thursday nights are our nights?
It seems that Thursday night is not going to work, but it also seems
2 weeks in a row, it's not gonna work.
Well, let's hold off on that because it's
Just like his fucking podcast retired.
it's too early.
Anywho, great to be here. Hannah says, "Hey, fellas."
Hey, Hannah.
Now I'm going to do that thing where my attention deficit kicks in, and I'm going to keep looking over at the other thing. That's a good angle. I don't care. You guys can see. You don't get to see the boobs and the balls, but it's fine. Let's do a little bit of homework. The Super Bowl is done, and it's over with. Your Kansas City Chiefs are your world champions. Well, I'm not mad at that. It was a great game. Both teams played well. I've only ever rooted for the Philadelphia Eagles once, and that's when my buddy Matt, he's a lifelong Eagles fan, and they played the Patriots. Remember that game?
No.
And Nick Foles beat Tom Brady. Remember that?
Philly special.
But he was a lifelong, and even if they didn't play the Patriots, I was going to root for the Eagles because Matt deserved, because if it was the Dolphins, he would do it for me. Mm-hmm. So I'm not necessarily, because people from Philadelphia, those people are fucking scummed. Well, maybe scums are. No, they're scum. They got to grease the fucking light poles. They got to do all this shit so that if the Eagles win, they don't fuck up the whole city. These people go out and fuck up the city anyway because they lost, and they just act like morons and do dumb shit. Explain to me one thing. You're a Patriots fan. You won a lot of championships,
Yes.
okay?
6.
Okay. Were you ever like, honey,
Never.
we got to go outside and flip a Volvo? Do you know what I mean? Were you ever like, what's going to make my team winning even better? Let's go burn down a CVS. I mean,
Let's torch it. Let's burn it down.
Yeah. You know what's better than chicken from Popeyes? Breaking all their fucking windows. Why don't we go do that?
I have never
understood
ever,
any of that nonsense. I don't get it. Ken Stone, of course, douchebags. So there's the comment we were looking for. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to Live with Johnny tonight.
We're done.
We got our douchebag comment of the night. I just saw Coach Stone over at the batting cages. I stopped over there before I came here. First thing out of his mouth, guess what he said? Aren't you doing a show tonight? What are you doing here? And I said, well, Ken, I'm preparing.
This is how we show prep.
This is how I show prep. I just go around town visiting random fucking spots. So anyway, the Chiefs win. JoJo couldn't be with us tonight. He's got some technical difficulties.
Oh, no.
So he will be with us next week, and we will wrap up the entire NFL season. Because don't forget, JoJo has raised $110 for the St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
He has, which is amazing.
So we will settle that up next week, and we will also settle up the fact that I won.
I mean,
I won. I won the NFL pick'em for the playoffs.
Couple
Do you know
of
why?
dicey calls there.
Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you guys don't. I text Kirk. What was it? Last Thursday I went live from the living room,
I
right?
think. Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about that in a second.
That was funny.
So last week when I had to go live from the living room, I had to text Kirk, and I said, "Who you got in the Super Bowl? Give me a two. Who you picking?" Fucking dude replies, Cincinnati. So I really was like, he doesn't even know who's in the Super Bowl. You know how these Patriots fans are. But anyway, it was a good game. It was right what you want a Super Bowl to be, right? You want it to come down to the last second. You want it to. I got to tell you, though, and it did cost my beautiful bride money because she was in a pool, and if they had scored that touchdown,
she would
have won some big money. But
rough.
Here's what I don't get. I don't want to. This isn't a sports talk show, but this whole thing with sliding before the goal line to waste the clock.
Yes.
I feel like if they don't, let's say they were having trouble with the field, guys were slipping and sliding. Let's say your field goal kicker slips, shanks the kick, right?
Yeah.
You're fucked. That dude had a touchdown. He had 6 guaranteed points.
It's a fine line.
Listen, with 40 to 50 seconds, I know Josh Allen does it all the time. Jalen Hurts could do it all the time. The dude from Chicago, the kid who runs Fields, they do it all the time. It's the Super Bowl. The pressure's on. They got 40 seconds to score a touchdown. Your defense shut them down the entire second half. You go for the guaranteed 6 points. But we're not a sports talk show. It just aggravated me.
In that instance, I would have also taken the touchdown, but I have seen it done in situations where I agreed with it.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Do you think the NFL is fixed the way that everybody's saying it is? That's scripted and fixed?
I think that's a stupid thing that's going around the internet that people are just latching on to.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to tell you
Yes.
why. And
Tell me why.
I'm going to end the NFL talk.
Okay.
Other than to tell you the Dolphins will win the next 6 out of the 10 Super Bowls, but we could talk about that another time. That coffee is so strong. I was literally ready to nap when I got here.
You were tired when you walked
I
in.
literally took 2 sips of that coffee. I want to build a boat. I want to build a tree house. I want to do something.
Let's just start a band and tour.
We're going on a fucking tour.
We're doing it live.
I could learn the bass by next week. People who are saying the NFL's fixed and it's scripted, do you realize the Mafia couldn't pull that off?
Too many variables, man.
Nope. Too many people involved. Too many people would rat. Too many people would not be able to hold it in. Forget about it.
It's not sustainable.
No, you know the old saying, and I think I put it on Facebook. 3 people can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead.
That's right.
Done. Okay, so
Done.
NFL season's over. We're gonna pick an XFL and USFL teams.
I did enjoy the XFL last time.
I didn't realize there was 2 of them going to go get
Yeah.
the XFL's back, the USFL. So which one's better? Well, that'll be a different topic of conversation because we are going to do a sports special, but that's a whole other conversation.
Fun.
Yeah, we have the music special, we have the sports special coming up, and then we have one I talked to you about, which we're not going to release the information on that one yet. But
are you sure you talked to me about it?
It's a teaser. Yeah, you said, "Oh, we're going to go down that rabbit hole," and I said, "Yes."
Oh, Jesus
So
Christ. Yeah.
it is what it is.
Okay.
Dickhead. Real quick, our listeners were split. It was 60-40 on the Super Bowl. 60% of the people picked the Chiefs, 40% of the people picked the Eagles. So it was almost split, and but the Chiefs.
That sounds
the Chiefs
about
did
right.
pull it out.
That sounds about right.
Did you see the post I put up today about Rihanna?
I did.
All right, before you put up the picture,
I didn't see the halftime show, so that
I-
was a little
I-
shocking to me. I didn't.
what did you watch? What did you watch? Puppy Bowl?
No, I went to bed. Halftime was at like 8:30, dude.
Oh my god!
I had to go to work the next day. I was done with the game at that point. Trust me.
He had to go to work. For those of you on Instagram who are tuning in for the first time, Kirk works from his house. His
I still have to get
where
up
he
and
works
work.
and where he wakes up are within 13 feet of each other. So when he says he had to wake up, he's just an old.
You're
lazy
just being a
prick.
dick now, but okay. But no, I did not. I didn't watch it.
I got my hair cut today.
You look good.
It's
Clean.
It's getting close, huh?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
You want to talk about? I put a picture of Rihanna up there, and I said, "Who wore it best? Was it Rihanna or the Chinese spy balloon?" So you tell me first. You want to talk about the halftime show first, or do you want to talk about the Chinese spy balloons first? Should we just stick with Rihanna?
I think go right into the halftime show. Yes.
Let's go right into the
Yes.
halftime show. Go ahead and put up that picture real quick.
I'm gonna pull that up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I've got thoughts. All right. Clearly, there is a resemblance between the two. One, the jacket is way too big. Two,
It's strange, dude.
what people I don't think did realize is she's pregnant.
Yeah,
She's not like
No, she's
not
about
like
to
3
pop
months
pregnant,
pregnant.
yeah.
She looks fucking pregnant.
yes, 6-7 months maybe.
Now, I'm going to give you my critique of the halftime show, and then I'm going to tell you what she should have done.
Okay.
All right?
How did it go, and how should it have gone?
How it went was this. All right, put me back up there. I like looking at me better.
Okay, fine.
As far as production goes, I give it an A+.
Really?
Dude, they were doing this.
That means a lot coming from you.
They were doing this thing where they had these like little stages hanging, obviously from cranes or something, and from the stadium. And people, she was on one. They're like literally like on wires. These thick stages. And she's
Doesn't
walking.
sound safe for a pregnant woman.
Okay, so it's the type of place a woman who doesn't want to stay pregnant goes. But it was, as far as production goes, phenomenal. Her backup dancers, all in unison. I'm always impressed when you can put that many people in one place and have them all do the same thing
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the same time.
yeah.
It's like
It's insane.
because I can't even walk and talk at the same time.
No.
So when I see those people, so that was great. She didn't. She tried to sing a couple of licks. She barely did. She obviously and clearly lip synced the entire fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I went to, of course, the internets to make sure that I was right. And her people admitted it. The NFL admitted it. The stadium admitted it. They gave it the old, it'll place this big with that many people. It's just impossible for her. She's not in the greatest of shape right now. So there was a couple of
nice
times.
way of saying
There was a
it.
couple of times she let out a, "Ah," and you could tell she was. But my thing is I'm never a fan of lip syncing ever,
Ever, dude.
unless you're at a lip sync competition, in which case
Different.
totally
Different
out.
circumstance.
But that is what that is. But the production, the everything, A+. Her singing, you can't grade. She failed because she didn't do it.
Yep.
Now, I agree with her. They offer you the Super Bowl. Now, I know she had to pay, but she makes money. Like, they got a thing now where you pay to do it. But when you're offered to do the Super Bowl, it's a big deal. People want that.
Oh,
And
yeah. That's
and
a
I
huge gig, man.
And I have no qualms with her doing it. I feel bad for her. I feel like it was bad timing on her part that she ended up being this pregnant for it, because I don't know much about Rihanna, but what I do know about Rihanna is she's a dancer, right? She likes to groove while she's singing. She likes to move around. Her performance was so very dull that she basically just, see what you see there is basically what you got. She just kind of stood there. Every once in a
pointing,
while she gave you, a,
Gesturing. Yeah, a little.
but it was, her performance was boring. The people behind her was very intricate and cool to see. Her, not so much. I feel bad for her. I feel like I wish she had said something in like December and said, "You got to get somebody to fill in for me. I'll do it next year. I'm pregnant. I want to give the people 100%." But who the hell wants to back out? And there's no guarantee you get it.
That's
again, all that kind of
understandable.
stuff. So I understand why she did it, and I feel bad for her because I think she could have potentially, because as my wife and her sisters were saying as we were watching this, is she's got so many bangers. Listen to all these songs now. I know the Umbrella song, Ella, Ella, Ella.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah, and then she's got another one that goes, Mr. DJ, Mr. DJ.
I don't know
And
any
I know the
Rihanna
one she
songs.
does with Eminem.
Okay.
Right? Friends with the monster that's under
Not
my
ringing a bell,
bed.
but okay.
Get along with the voices inside of my head. She's a great singer. She's a good-looking broad. This wasn't.
This
I
it
think
didn't click.
I think
it
she
was-
should have asked to take a year off and come back next year. But I think my wife enjoyed it. I think her sisters enjoyed it. But I think they had cocktails in them, so maybe they. I think if they were,
That might have helped.
I think they were to go back and watch it. They'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Cocktails might have helped.
I don't know, man. Here's the thing, though. Do you know, and I can prove this with stats and facts, that more people watched the halftime show than did watch the game? So people tuned in just to see Rihanna.
Well, she's a big draw, dude. That's
Clearly.
so. It worked,
Clearly.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't get the lip syncing thing. I don't get any of it.
Milli Vanilli.
People who pay $300 a ticket to go see Madonna stand up there like a fried egg on a nail and fucking lip sync to her own songs, and every once in a while
Yeah.
be like, "Oh my god, you guys!
Remember Ashley
I'm
Simpson?
so edgy."
Remember
Yeah.
Ashley Simpson on SNL? That was the best, dude.
Fucking, that
was the
fucking
best.
redonkulous.
Redonkulous.
So I wasn't a huge fan of the whole thing. I understood it. Like I said, it was entertaining for the way they did it. Like, you should do yourself a favor and go back and look at what I'm talking about. It was crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I would have been like, fuck you, man. Like, she was up in the air. It was nuts.
So give me. So did you ever watch Four Weddings on the Discovery Channel?
No.
It's like a bride goes to another bride's wedding and then she rates it, but it's not an overall rating. They base it on like food, venue. So give us a couple like what's the
Production A+.
There you go.
Her performance, I have given it an F. She failed.
Really,
Bro,
An
she-
F?
She stood there.
Holy
She stood there like a. She didn't sing, and she's just. And at this, I don't want to give her an F because she's pregnant and she's doing a beautiful thing. But maybe I'll give her a D just because.
All right,
no,
D.
you know what? I'm going to give her a C.
Oh well, now you're getting.
I'm going to give her a
little-
C because she's pregnant and she still showed up. She still showed up to do it. So kudos to her. But I feel like she sold herself short, and I think she could have been an A+ on all fronts if she just was able to do it. But look at, dude. That's not just pregnant. That's fucking pregnant. That belly.
I mean that.
I
thing
mean,
is- that's pronounced.
She's ready to go.
Yeah, that's
And
pronounced.
How they kept that a secret because they announced her to do the Super Bowl like September,
Yeah,
October.
yeah.
She had to be pregnant then. Clearly,
I mean, she had to be showing at least. I would think.
either that or she's really taking this pregnancy thing fucking serious and she's fucking going at it. Fuck Taco Tuesday every day. But I don't know. It is what it is. I wasn't impressed with the whole thing as a whole, but there were parts that I very, very, very much liked. I think she could have brought out Eminem. Rumor has it she does a song with that guy Drake's Cakes.
So nobody else came out but her. Like
Nobody.
there was no.
So I
They
think
do that
this.
a lot.
I think the balls on her was this.
The balls.
The balls on her was for this. You're super prego. Bring Eminem in. Bring Drake.
Drake.
Drake's
Bring the
Cake.
Canadian guy in.
Bring him in. The other guy, Snooze Fest, Jay-Z. I guess she does a song with him.
Gross.
Bring in one or two of them.
I woulda.
This way here, it would have taken the focus and the attention off you the whole time. Now, again, as the women I watched the game with were saying, oh my God, all these bangers. She's got so many good songs. But, they do a minute of each song or whatever, and they do
I
this, they
also
do that.
actively dislike that they make it into like
Well-
this medley of chunks of mute. I don't know. It doesn't do it for
somebody
me.
somebody at work said to me, well, okay, if not her, then who? And I think, listen, if we learned anything since they've been making it such a big deal is 30 million more people tuned in for her halftime performance than they did for the game. So these old dudes, the old white 55 to 60-year-old guys are like, you got to put Metallica in there.
Guys, let's get some metal in there.
Those days are over, right? So people
That ain't
don't
gonna
care.
happen.
I don't care. Bring out who's the guy that sings that one song? Ed Sheeran. He sings that one song. Like, do whatever you want, but I think they got to bring out performers. Rihanna, if she wasn't pregnant, she could have done her thing. I think it would have been better. But I'm telling you, go back and watch it. She just kind of fucking stood
But
there.
Rihanna, even unpregnant, isn't really a performer, right? She's a singer, but she doesn't. Does she like?
Well,
dance
I
and
think
shit?
she's one of the few people who she can. I think she can actually sing. I think she can
Yes,
actually.
agreed.
She can actually.
But that's different than
she's-
performing.
She's got a ridiculous voice. But what I also learned about Miss Rihanna, as well as the kid, they call her Riri. So I'm going to call her Riri.
Please don't.
So what I've learned about Riri
Okay.
is that Riri's a $1 billion entrepreneur. She's got some makeup shit out there, and she don't even need to ever sing a song again because she's got stacks on stacks because of this makeup.
So why is she doing it then?
Well, that's how she got her start. So she's basically like
Why is she still singing then? I mean, why do they do that if you don't?
She was offered the Super Bowl. What I also learned is she hasn't done a performance in like 4 years or something. I don't know, man.
Strange,
showed.
dude.
It showed while she was showing. Kudos and congratulations for being pregnant, but you dropped the ball on this one, Riri.
Drop the ball.
Nothing we can do about that.
Nope.
But it is what it is. But that's all I've got to say about that. And the game was good. She was good. I'll tell you another thing. I don't think that 33-minute or whatever minute is halftime did anything for the Eagles. I think it took the
Dude,
win right
when
out
I
of the
went to
fucking
bed, I
sails,
was
man.
like, I think they got this. Like, they're good. I think it's going to be.
The way that game looked at halftime, if Kansas City doesn't get that pick for the pick six,
Yes.
and the Eagles happen to put 3 and or 7 down,
Yep.
90 fucking the momentum's in your corner.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
Last thing about the NFL.
Last
Football
thing.
game.
That's it. Done after this.
Miami Dolphins will win the 6 out of the next 10 Super Bowls. All right.
That's it. Done now.
Valentine's Day. We'll get to the Chinese spy balloon later because I'm going to make some controversial comment. Not controversial, but people are going to be like, I thought you weren't political, but I'm going to get there at about 8:10.
Okay.
Valentine's Day. We put a poll up, and I got my hair cut today, and she shaves my neck,
Are you itchy?
and your dog was just licking my neck, so now my neck feels completely like I got fucking
I hate that,
crabs.
dude. It gets all gross and like, yeah.
It's all fucked up. But anyway, our Valentine's Day poll. I got to tell you, man, we don't have a lot of lovers in our midst.
Oh, I know what I voted
I
for.
said, you have two choices. Yes, I love Valentine's Day, and I'll put a little bow chicka wow wow in there.
Bow, chicka, wow,
Or the choice was, I won't be held hostage by this Hallmark holiday. Kirk, 87% of our viewers will not
Will
be held
not.
hostage
I say
by
again.
this holiday. I'm going to tell you what I think about Valentine's Day. But first, let me ask you this. You've been married for how long? 20 years?
Almost 30 now. 27.
Fuck, you are old, man.
27 years.
That's a for real number?
Yeah.
You've been married for 27 years.
I think so. We got married in 97.
He says think so.
2017 would have been 26 years. That's right. Wow, man. Yep.
All right.
All right.
That's a long time.
Thank you. It is.
And you were together how many years before marriage?
Since we were 15, 16.
All right, so you're talking about same broad 40 years.
40 years.
40 years.
Yep.
Okay. So, in theory, that's 40 Valentine's Days, correct? You'd say?
Minimum.
Okay. Minimum. In the beginning, it was all red roses and hand jobs, correct?
It was, yes.
Okay.
You go extra, full
right.
mile.
It was lit candles, mouth stuff, everything.
Rose
right?
petals,
Gotcha. All right.
candies, all that shit.
Skip from that day to 15 years in.
Yeah.
Babe, we gonna grab a steak?
15 years in, you start
Right, what do
tailing
you want
off
to do?
a little bit.
You want to?
Hang
Now you're
out.
married. You got kids. You want to hit Home Depot and get the screws we need to hang the shelf, and then you know what we'll do? We'll stop by Duchess. We'll get a couple big D's. Right? Go home and watch the 2020.
Make it nice little
Yeah?
Thursday.
All right. All right. Let's do that.
That's fine.
And you know, it's when it falls like you're old, you know, well, sorry, but it falls on a Saturday. Hey, it's a Saturday. Everybody's going to be out. We're never going to get a table. We could be home. We, you know, cops comes out at 7. We could just go be home for this. And, you know, I'll cook us something. You know,
You're actually almost
do you know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So now you're 40
Yes.
years in.
Yes.
What does a couple's been together for 40 years? What'd you guys do Tuesday?
We ordered sushi from our local sushi place. I got hibachi, and I got her a very special 40-year Valentine's Day present. I got her a $25 gift card to Amazon and told her to get herself something nice. Next level, right?
Gee, that's a panty dropping move right there if I ever heard of one. Well, and at the same time, she's probably right. I mean, it's at this point, even to the woman, and I know we're not supposed to ban woman things these days, but as the woman in your relationship, as your wife is, even she had to be like, you guys don't even have to talk about it, right? It's like
it just comes. We acknowledge
all it does is give you
something.
an extra reason to order out.
Exactly.
For that particular evening.
Literally, exactly.
Right. So there's no like, oh my God, I gotta manscape, I gotta wash my undercarriage because it's Valentine's
put on cologne
Day.
and gotta.
Right.
Yeah. No, there's
Right.
absolutely
Right.
none of that.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm a newlywed, and I think you're only a newlywed for a year, right? That's the
I think that's
term,
the cutoff.
The first
yeah.
after the first year.
Then you're not newlyweds. Yeah.
Right. So
I would agree with that.
my bride is not a huge fan of Valentine's Day. It's nothing I did. I'm going to assume it's, something from her childhood. I don't know, but she's not a big fan, right? Not many people. I know a lot of people that are like, dude, it's
It's fine.
I have never
not
been a
your thing.
huge into it either.
No, me neither.
Like, I think it's contrived. I think it's fakakta. I think it's whatever other word you want to think about for it. I think it's fucking nonsensical. What's the matter? We all right?
Yeah,
I know.
we're
I was thinking the same thing, but it's Thursday night. We're changing everything up. There you go.
Oh, there's Joe.
Oh,
Scoville.
jeez, long time.
Jeez, long
I
time.
thought
Joe
it's
Scoville.
long time. Kirk's fucking old, Joe.
Joe Scoville. How's that
I mean,
Spanish
don't get me wrong.
website coming?
I still did the flowers. I still did a special gift.
Did you?
I paid one of our friend's sons to deliver something to her at work. Now,
That's pretty okay.
so our
Okay.
first year, she's like,
Okay.
"Listen, I don't do nothing. Don't
fine.
fuck." I got fucking dozen rose, 2 dozen rose. I don't know what I did. Bunch of roses.
'cause
I went big. It was our first Valentine's Day together.
But listen, what do you do in that case if you're the guy, and even like for a birthday or something, if the gal is like,
Right.
don't do anything, it's
Right.
fine. Do
Well,
you not do anything?
Well, yeah. Well, I remember it was
I don't know.
our first one was a Sunday. So she came home. I remember we had dinner. Then last year it was on a Monday or whatever. And they were Tux was still open at that time. Or it was I did it the Friday before because Tux was closed. I sent roses and candy and
yeah.
balloons.
Oh, yeah.
And walk it in, ask if make it feel special, right? So this year, I waited till like 7:30, and I even asked her. I was like, "Yo, did you think like, oh my God?" Because she doesn't think it's a big deal, but I'm like, you know me. Were you like, oh my God, this fucking dude didn't do nothing? I waited till like 7:30 at night. Dude walked in, took care of it. It was nice.
That's a good look. I like that look.
But next year, Aim,
Next year, babe.
No, I'm always. I feel, and Brian, I'm gonna assume that's Brian, not his wife, commenting that you always do something, whether it's
exactly. Do something.
dinner, a movie.
Everybody's something is
a
different.
hand job.
Yep. Hand job is fine.
That's my second hand job reference tonight.
That's 2. Let's see if we can go for 3. That'd
The
be
kids
great.
call them HJs.
I thought they called them handies.
But he's right. You always do something.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
However, I do feel like you don't have to overdo. I feel like if you don't celebrate your woman or man every day the way, at least in your head, you're fucked up. Here's what I don't like. You can't just do nothing. You can't pretend like it doesn't exist. You can't
No.
pretend like it's never happened.
Because
right?
at the very least, you got to make an acknowledgement. I mean,
you go to the dollar store.
yeah.
You get a card.
Okay.
You write a poem in there.
Oh,
Roses are red. Pickles are green. I love your legs and what's in between. Or like,
no, don't do that.
roses are red. Guess which way does it hang? I can't wait to see you later so we can bang.
No, the best one I read was you go into the dollar store.
Yeah.
You buy 2 cards.
Yeah.
And then you take you take the saying on one card and write it as your message in the other card. That's pretty smart. So you take the sappy saying on the front of one
That
card.
they call that plagiarism. Could you imagine? Like, oh my God, he's so thoughtful.
I know. How did he think of this?
And I'm not even too ashamed to say this because I think we all, at least I knew, I figured I was going to die alone, lonely somewhere, you know.
I did.
Because
Say that
I just never in my heart had it. Who the fuck wants to be married? You know what I mean? Like I was always like, bleh. Then you go and meet a wonderful fucking dime, and here I am, the most in love dude in the world. I can't stop doing romantic things for my wife. I can't stop fucking telling her I love her. I can't stop being a little bitch about the whole thing, quite honestly. Right? I am most certainly at points, and Amy, if she was watching right now, which she's not, she's working. But if she does, she better watch this back. When she watches this back, and I'm going to say this statement, clearly there are many times where I am the woman in this relationship.
Which is fine.
And I'm fucking totally okay with that.
It's fine.
Because I'm unashamedly in love with my wife. Like, I don't care. Don't care who knows.
Doesn't matter who's driving.
You ever, like in prison, I will hold her pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I will walk around town holding my wife's pocket.
Yep.
Done fucking deal. And anybody who questions me, I'll see if she wants to handle it. And if she doesn't, I'll do it. I will
beat him to
fucking.
death.
Amy, listen to me. I'm forever your pocket holder. Forever holding Amy's pocket. It's 8:01, which means our second sponsor of the evening. Thank you to the Bridge Cigar Shop for sponsoring the first 30 minutes of tonight's show. And like I said, if you're a cigar smoker or know somebody who is, you need to get your asses over there and go get yourself a quality cigar and or a quality cigar gift for the smoker in you or the smoker in your family. Our second half sponsor this evening is the Steady Habits Tasting Lounge. Our good friend Maria Conlon is over there doing great things at that place. And I'm just going to say two words: meatball flight. Okay, she has a meatball.
I remember
flight. Life got busy, and I haven't been able to get over there yet, but I will. Matter of fact, that sounds like a cool thing to do this weekend. Steady Habits Tasting Lounge. I have a meatball flight, which means they bring you out varieties of meatballs, and you get to taste them all.
I love meatballs.
Right. Listen,
So good.
two-hand job jokes. Now we got meatball jokes.
So
I don't know where the rest of this night's going to take us, Kirk, but I feel pretty good about this. So make your way over to Steady Habits Tasting Lounge. Ask for Maria. If she's not there, it doesn't matter. Have a drink, stay a while, have something to eat. Maria's doing great things over there.
Get the balls.
And her partners.
Get the balls.
Good job. I think she does have partners in that business.
Oh, good job.
So, she's a wicked smart, bro. And she's doing great things over there. Do you ever sit at night or during the day or ever at all when you're alone and wonder how you're going to die?
No. I mean, I probably have, but I don't
Do you
feel
ever
regularly.
get so deep into it that you can convince yourself you're dying right now?
No.
Okay.
But go on.
A couple Saturdays ago,
Jesus Christ.
Amy went to go see the Judd.
The Judd?
Well, they used to be the Judds, but now there's only one of them. So I
one
call
died,
them
right?
The Judd, yeah.
It's just the Judd
So
singular.
she went to go see the Judd.
The Judd.
And, Pete says you're even better looking on TV. There's my beautiful wife. You tell him. Hold on. If you can hear me. Peter.
Fucking yell.
Peter.
Don't yell.
Peter, I am beautiful, but you are also beautiful.
He is.
Call me later, Pete. Love that guy. Peter over at Tux. I know. Pete. Hi, Pete.
You went into swoon mode.
I listen, Peter's.
Pete.
Not only is he a beautiful, wonderful man, but he also gives ridiculously great hugs. See, I just worked myself into a hug the next time I walk into Tux. Hey, must be the money.
At least I wasn't the third hand job joke.
Oh,
that
hey.
would have been weird. Oh, what's happening?
My battery's getting low over there. I think it might have froze us for a while. Oh, look, I look frozen.
Oh my God, dude! Bring a wire,
I
bro.
don't know what's going on over there.
Bring a charging wire.
Look at that frozen face. Imagine being a people who's got to stare at that shit for a
Let me
while.
see what it looks like. I want to see.
I'm
what
out.
it-
We're done.
Oh,
All right. Goodbye, Instagram. Anywho, you never thought about how you're going to die? 2 weeks ago, Amy went to go see the Judd.
yes.
And-
Singular Judd.
Jojo was outside. He's over at a friend's house. They got a fire pit, so I got the place to myself.
Nice.
So I decided I'm going to watch the Elvis movie.
Oh, with
The kid.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Looked good.
I have many things to say about this movie, but we're going to also do a movie special, which I got so many things that we got.
Movie special, I can get on.
I'm going to have to retire from Little League coaching. If you guys are watching, I got too much to do.
So many specials.
Give it to somebody else. Just kidding. I want the
all
A's.
the specials.
First of all, the kid did a wonderful job. Second of all, do you forget? I don't know if you forget. I don't know if I've ever really knew. Elvis is a bad motherfucker, dude.
He's a bad
Elvis was
bad
a
man.
bad motherfucker.
Yes.
And when I say that, I don't mean like he was a big tough guy, but he was a legend. He was his performances, because at the end of the movie they would show, and then I went back and I watched like his live. He did the Christmas special that he was supposed to do Christmas songs, but he decided just to go out there and do rock and roll and go nuts. Yo, and them shows in Vegas,
Crazy, dude.
he was a bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
like
there was one show where he was in the round. He was just like on a round stage by himself, and this was like mid.
That's the
Elvis.
Christmas. So they hired him to do a Christmas special.
It was,
And then like these hippie dudes who were like, bro, you're becoming like this thing you're not supposed to be. Like, what are you? And he was like, you're right. And then he just showed up in that black leather suit.
yeah.
And
It's one of the greatest musical performances ever, dude.
I went back and watched the original.
Ever, dude.
Like,
Guy was in just
he was
next level.
Then they showed his first ever performance of Suspicious Minds. He did it live in Vegas.
I've seen that too. With the full suit on,
Dude.
like he was like rock star, dude. He was like the original, I think.
Fuck the Beatles.
I think
Fuck
so.
the
dude.
Stones.
I think so.
Elvis Presley
Yep.
is the coolest, baddest motherfucker to ever walk it. I'm telling you right now.
I would not argue that. National treasure, I think. Oh. I mean, he should be in there. Or at least on the docket.
I would feel guilty even having people vote for him.
Yeah, good point.
Elvis,
Automatic induction.
it's named after Kid Rock because of my personal belief and taste. But if it wasn't named after Kid Rock, it could, like, the president of the United States could literally have this award and it should be named after Elvis.
I think so.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bonkers. Like, do you think anybody's going to give a fuck about, like, Beyonce's music or, like,
30 years from now?
you know, Neil
Probably
Young's
not.
music?
Probably not.
Or, you know, I'm trying to think, like, I hate to badmouth Tom Petty, but, like, stuff like that. People aren't, 100 years from now, people are still going to be like, yo, fucking Elvis, man.
Fucking crushed
Fucking
it. Fucking
Elvis. Like, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
Because here's the thing.
just
I think you
fucking
can find,
amazing.
well, I say you can find another Beyonce. In Beyonce, you found another Whitney. She'll never be Whitney. Whitney's the fucking GOAT, and when it comes to all that nonsense, that's all there is to it. And I hate even saying the GOAT, but Beyonce couldn't hold a candle to Whitney.
No.
There's things about certain people that Whitney, her "I Will Always Love You" and her "Star Spangled Banner," you will remember for the 100 years from now. People are going to talk about that. No one's going to care that the independent woman put a ring on it. They don't care. It's over.
Nope.
They're not going to care about that one time Neil Young sang about the Cinnamon Girl. They're not going to care about any of that stuff. I think I think Elvis, 100 years from now, they're still going to be like, yo, fucking Elvis, man.
That's greatness, dude. That's what defines greatness. I mean,
Remember when I said Guns N' Roses is the fourth best rock band of all time?
was it fourth? But yeah,
They might have to be the fifth. I might have to put Elvis number one.
dude, it's you almost have to, dude. The guy was
Ridiculous, right?
ridiculous.
But anyway, back to my first question. You
Yeah.
ever sit around and think about how you're going to fucking die?
I have not. No.
Watching Elvis, the movie, and then
Yes.
watching afterwards, they had a little thing about him, and then watch a movie on Amazon, and it'll say people also watched, so you
Yes.
can go down. But
They get the
anyway,
algorithm.
I ended up going on this fucking Elvis rabbit hole.
Yep. Deep dive.
That dude knew he was going to die. Not only did he know he was going to die, but he knew how he was going to die. Now, not specifically with a Percocet sandwich on the shitter, but he knew that his flame was like, he knew. And as weird as this sounds, as Elvis was a mama's boy, the second his mom died, I feel he wanted to die. He knew he was going to, he was going to do the quarter mile, win the race, and then be done.
Done.
And that was it.
And And there's no shame in that,
So
man.
then I'm such a fucking psychopath.
Oh, Jesus.
That I can convince myself of anything while I'm laying in bed, right?
Okay.
I'll go to bed at night. Sometimes Amy and I go to bed at the same time. Other times, because she works nights, or she's also this whole other vampire creature where she'll start watching a show and she has to watch it for the next 12 hours and she'll just stay up all night watching it.
God bless.
There's nobody built like her.
I can't.
She is her own species. She is the most marvelous, fantastic thing in the world. But I'm telling you right now, you can search under every rock, every fucking stone, every cave. You're not going to find any person like her. Which, thankfully, she's a rare stone and she's mine. But anyhow, see about that unabashedly in love with my wife. So right now, people are like, see? He is a pussy. You see? Look at him.
Pussy.
I go to bed and I lay there now like a week after. And I haven't even told Amy this stuff. Dude, I was laying on this arm and I felt like one pulse. I'm like, here we go, dude.
This is it, bro.
Blood clot. It's going to go right to my head.
Do you think that?
Dude,
What the
like,
fuck?
so now I'm like, do I get up and just walk out of the house? Like,
Right, what do you
when-
do?
You know when dogs get sick and they just go to the woods to die?
I've had dogs do that. That's a true thing.
Did you fart?
No. Oh, that dog does.
Oh
yeah, one
my
Of
God.
those, one of those dogs is gassy.
Oh my God.
I make it a rule not to fart in this room.
Oh.
It's that little black and white one, dude. Her ass is, it's insane.
We're here. We're talking about death, and she gave us a taste.
Yeah.
We have the doors open tonight with the doggies because Kirk doesn't have a doggy sitter.
I do not.
Poor Lisa had to work this evening.
She did.
Anyway, so I was laying in bed and I'm like,
What do I do? I'm dying.
I can't have
This is it.
I can't, I can't have the two people I live with find me. Like,
No. It's
so
traumatic.
I'm just gonna go out sleep in the truck and die out there.
Yes.
Right. Or drive a quarter mile down the road, text somebody and be like, "Yo, check my truck. It's in Big Y parking lot. Check it in like 4 or 5 hours." So anyway,
Big Y.
I spent a week convincing myself that every night I'd get a little bit of a headache, and I'm like, "There
Right.
it is. There it is, dude.
It's happening.
Aneurysm."
Embolism. Blood
Dead.
clot. Dead. I mean, it's not a bad way to go. I've thought about how I would want to die, but I've never thought, like, I'm dying. But, like, everybody...
If you're lucky, this is such a morbid topic.
Go ahead.
If you're lucky, you go in your sleep and don't know nothing.
Exactly.
Sometimes I think I want to go down in a fucking hail of bullets like in a fucking gunfight.
There's something to be said for knowing it's coming, so you could at least maybe, go out thinking what you would want to remember. Or so I don't know, but there's something to be said for seeing
I've
it
trimmed
coming.
the video and I'm gonna put it up as a little story about the time when I thought I was dying of COVID. And I
remember that.
But I didn't think I was dying of COVID. I was dying of COVID, but I thought it was a heart attack from the fluffernutters.
I remember that story.
So I started to think to myself like, oh my God, my weight is down. I will tell you that.
I can tell.
I did a thing today where I had to look down and like I could see more clearer. There's not so much in my way.
Less obstruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it got me to thinking like about the story about the time I thought I was going to die from the fluffernutters and
What?
well, because Elvis
Why did you
died from a
think you were
peanut butter and Percocet sandwich and
But you weren't eating Percocets. I think it was mostly the Percocets that killed him.
I know. But if you don't take care of yourself and you
That's
do
true.
neglect your health,
Yes.
and next thing you fucking know, you're fucking 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight, you got fluff in your fucking arteries, and, you let yourself go. And I don't know, man. Elvis, I don't want that for me. I don't want that for anybody. I wish Elvis was still alive. Some people think he is.
He might be. The only thing that scares me about if he was still alive is that he would still be trying to perform, which might soil those memories that you.
The good thing about Elvis is he had that certain voice where he didn't have no high notes, no craziness. Where
his
he
range was very.
he could have fucking kept that going. He was such a man. He was such a bad motherfucker, dude.
A fun fact, Mike.
I'm caught in a trap.
My father, when he sings and
Can't
plays
walk
guitar,
down.
he sounds exactly like his singing voice is exactly like Elvis.
He's on the show next week.
Strange. Well, he lives in North Carolina. Maybe we'll get him to Zoom.
You ever hear of Zoom? Jake Blue can do it.
He doesn't
Your
have
pops could do it.
He doesn't have a computer.
I was so anyway. I don't want to get on a morbid topic, but
So how do you want to die? Like, how do you want to go out? Like, if God came to you right now and he said, Johnny, you're going to die at 84 years old. How do you want to die?
I want to be 96
No,
years.
84. That's the cutoff. I gave you a number.
Why 84?
Because I'm
You just
giving
asked
the-
me what the fuck I want. It's not what you
No,
want.
I said God came down to you and
Okay,
said,
I'm 84.
Yes.
All right. I want to be 84 years
How
old.
do you want to die?
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be 84 years old. I want to be sitting in a comfortable chair on a warm summer day. I want to be sitting next to my beautiful wife,
Enjoying the day.
enjoying the day, watching our children and their children and their children, our great grandchildren.
Yes.
Right? I want to watch our generations of family having a Miller Lite, eating a couple of burgers, maybe swimming in a pool. And I just want to feel a breeze. I want to feel tired, and then that's it, and I go. That's my
So
perfect.
you want to
book.
die in front of all your family? Like with them right there? You wouldn't rather die like...
Well, here's the thing. You want to take the. You don't want to be found. You don't want to do. Honey.
That's true.
Right.
Wake up.
I don't want that for anybody. You don't want to collapse in the middle of Walmart, right?
You definitely don't want to
You don't want to
that.
do it while you're driving and everybody's taking pictures, and God forbid you take somebody else out.
Somebody
with you.
else, yeah.
If you do it the way that I say, your family's with you. They see how happy you are. The last thing they ever saw you do was smile at your family and go peacefully.
And then you just fade away. Fade away.
You know. Thanks for tuning in to Live with Johnny tonight.
This was fun.
Fucking on my mind. All right, let's get to Chinese fucking spy balloons. Yo,
What's happening with that?
how did we make it to a place in this world where we're allowing China to fly fucking spy balloons over us? I'm going to tell you something. I have two trains of thought on this. One is very political. One is very what's the word I'm looking for? Go to the comments real quick. When you believe crazy things, what is it? When people believe, what do we call people who believe?
Conspiracy theory?
Conspiracy theory.
Oh, there you go.
Think of it for a second.
That's fine.
One of them is also very conspiracy theory, right? So do you want political first or do you want conspiracy theory? You're right. Let's go conspiracy
I
theory.
think conspiracy first because I might align with your...
Conspiracy theory is they are trying to give us the old toddler treatment. Look at the shiny thing over here.
Yes.
Do not pay attention to what's going on here.
Right.
Because I think
The bait and switch.
this Epstein shit, and everybody's like, stop talking about Epstein. But I think if they're really about to release a list of names of people who were really on that dude's island. Now, granted, they could have been on that island and not necessarily knew what was going on.
Of course.
But odds are,
They might have had an idea.
I think the names on this list are to do two things. One, somebody involved cannot wait for these people to be outed. And the other part is somebody's using it as a tool to get who they want as the next president of the United States.
Okay.
I think we're going full fucking Manchurian candidate these days.
It's not out of the realm of
I
possibility,
think-
bro.
I think our days of one strong leader is over.
Yes.
I think it's pick a figurehead and go from their days now. And I think the only way to make a great reset in doing that is by making us possibly believe that China is doing these things. Now, the only reason I say that is, fuck, it's China, bro. Don't they already watch us already anyway with the TikTok and
I
everything
think
else?
China can do better than a balloon if they want to spy on us. That's just...
So the other part of it is, what if China's just doing that and they're like, oh, everybody, we're all like, fucking China. Meanwhile, they're down here. They got us, bro. Don't
we
look
fell
up.
for it.
You know the old boxer move?
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget to cover your body. Oh,
Oh.
there's face shot.
Kabush.
You got to block both, bro.
Boom,
You got
boom,
to
boom,
block both.
boom.
Political, and we don't like.
Oh,
to hear-
Hannah says conspiracy as
Of
well.
course
See?
she does.
She
She's-
knows. She's educated, dude. She's educated. She knows.
She's fucking 3 bones in, dude. She fucking don't know.
Listen, China's not going to send up a balloon, bro. Come on. This is China we're talking about.
But how you know?
Everything in this office,
How you
everything
know?
in this studio is made in China. I mean, Does any of this look like a weather balloon?
Not me. I wasn't made in China. I was made in Linda.
Fucking people are stupid. And then let's send a jet to shoot it down. Maybe a slingshot.
Yeah,
could
3 days fucking
Yeah,
later.
I mean, I don't know, dude. That whole thing is. I don't know.
The other thought of it is our president is so weak. We have such weak leadership that these other countries, because now they're saying Iran might have flown one, is our leader is so fucking weak and so discombobulated that people are just going to try to take advantage of us because we don't even know who's leading the country because it ain't the dude they put on the TV. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that dude who can't even toast waffles.
Which isn't a hard thing to do.
And again, this isn't me picking a side, man. If you look at that and you look at his vice president and you come out of that with strong leadership skills or you come out of that feeling confident.
Nah. And dude, I'm 100% unaligned politically, but anybody that's defending that guy at this point and saying, "Oh, he's great for," come on, man.
When you see a video,
You gotta think
man,
rationally here.
His age on a podium,
It's, I mean,
and not even saying anything, and then when he's done, turn to shake hands with someone who's not even like.
and all the people in his party are like, "He's such a great man. He's the next George Washington." It's like, what?
And then you got his vice president.
Oh,
Man, talk to this microphone. Is the microphone, and it microphones at the perfect time. You need to be microphoned. So in turn, as we all microphone, we can feel microphones together as we microphone.
I get
the
that
microphone.
it was.
Do you understand?
I get that it was reactionary to the last administration, which was also a shit show, but it was too much of a swing in the other direction.
So you have
There's
to.
got to be a happy
So you have
medium.
to pick choice. Okay, we get the guy who says mean shit and is a dick and is fucking rude, but he keeps us all employed and he keeps us all in business and he keeps us running efficiently as a country, business wise. Or do we get the guy who's going to say, "Whoa, time out, everybody be cool, everybody hold hands, let's all blah blah blah." I mean, I don't even know what the dude's done for us, but I don't. And again, I don't want to get political, but I know things aren't better today than they were 4 years ago, and I'm not saying the other fucking yo-yo is the answer because
No. And the problem is with the two-party system now, dude, people don't even think about what the person they're voting for stands for. They vote red or they vote blue. That's it. They don't even have to think about it.
the strength of a true leader is who they pick to be underneath them and who they pick to help do the things.
Yeah,
so I think
right.
Trump
Supporting
was smart
staff.
enough to pick people who around the cabinet were able to run the country. Though, because don't fucking fool yourselves.
He
The
wasn't running
president
the
doesn't run the
No,
country.
it
The
doesn't work
cabinet
like that.
runs the country, right? So he's basically the president, who he or she is the overseer, right? They're just like, okay, that's cool, or oh no,
General
no, maybe
manager.
a bit.
They're the country
There you
general
go.
manager.
It's the cabinet and all the departments and everybody else that does everything else. They are doing all of these things. So if you pick those right people, when you elect the right people who have that stuff, you're good. It's when you have what we have now, and the guy at the top says, "Nope, we're doing it my way." I don't know. It's all fucking. I don't want to get political, but
No, again, not political.
we can't have shit flying over our country, and you can't have the press secretary call Canada Canada today. She called Canada Canada.
I mean, I've done that jokingly.
I do it as a joke.
Right, intentionally.
Right, my buddy Chicken Man. He goes. Him and his wife's from Canada. They go to Canada. I'm like, "You went to Canada?"
I'm not the press secretary, though.
And she's like, "Well, we found it in our talks with Canada." And everybody's like,
Oh, my
"What
God.
did she just say?" I don't know, man.
Good night, San Diego. Go fuck yourself.
We had another poll this past week. It was about breakfast food, and I feel there's no better way to end an episode than talking about breakfast food.
I thought that was a great poll.
Well, our buddy over at Laurel Diner in Southbury, Peter Hommick, they won best food in Connecticut or some shit like that. Which, I mean, Jesus Christ, the dude makes such good food, whether it's breakfast or lunch. My go-to when I was a fat man, fatter man, was biscuits and gravy. But my problem is it has to be a good sausage gravy, and it has to be the right. It can't be too watery. It can't be too thick. It's got to be just right, and it's got to have good taste.
The
And
gravy's
biscuits-
make or break. Make or break.
The biscuits have to be flavorful and almost buttery They can't just be dry ass fucking biscuits. But that used to be my fat man go-to.
But the thing about the gravy is important enough where if it's good enough, it'll offset a subpar biscuit. It's not going to save it, but if the biscuit isn't perfect, it'll offset it.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Yes.
But these days go-to, I get some 3 eggs over medium or hard. I like
What's the matter with you?
the fuck up. I get a fucking 3 eggs over hard.
Okay.
I get bacon well done. I get corned beef hash well done.
Love the
And I
hash.
get a side of rye toast.
Love the rye toast.
That's my
No
go-to.
problem with any of that except the over
right now.
hard. What are you fucking a sociopath?
Sometimes I get them over easy, and I like to dunk the bread into the yolk.
Yeah, the yolk is where it's at, bro.
With a nice over medium or over hard egg, and you put the nice salt and pepper on it, and you cut it. I just like it, bro. I just fucking
Can't vibe
What's
on
your
that.
go-to breakfast, bro?
Go-to for me is going to be probably a bacon, egg, and cheese on either a hard roll or if it's a really good bagel. I like to do the handheld thing where it's all right in the hand.
It's our third hand job joke. I agree with you because, especially back in the days when we were young and you were drinking, and the next morning that first greasy bacon, egg, and cheese in the morning,
Dude,
with the egg
exactly.
dripping and the cheese dripping, and you just soak that
Exactly.
motherfucker.
And I don't do like pancakes or waffles or anything.
There
So
was
it's eggs or bacon. That's it.
There was this place in Seymour called John's Deli, and it was run by a Chinese family.
John's Deli, run by a
And his name was John. He actually recently just died a year or two ago. But they came into town. And they made They made a roast beef sandwich. It was I don't know what roast beef with the brown sauce with the brown gravy. I don't know what the fuck he put on there, but it was fucking delicious. Anyway, we'd go in there late night because we'd be at Duke's Bar, and then we'd go right up the hill to John's Deli, 2, 3 in the morning, and he would stay open just for us. And he'd be like, "Salt, pepper, cheesy." Salt, pepper, cheesy. We're like, "Yeah, salt, pepper, cheesy." Oh my god, dude. They were such good fucking sandwiches. Anyway, next week we may or may not have a guest. I'm still trying to confirm, and we will let you know about that topic.
What?
Shut up.
We didn't talk about this.
We did.
All right.
We will have more information out for you next week. Otherwise, we'll just be back here, and we will have some more silly topics to talk about and a more of a stronger direction of where the show's going. It's working the 40 hours a week for work and trying to do this at the same time.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So I'm going to make my retirement announcement right now.
Easy, Tom Brady.
Yeah, right. Mom, why couldn't I be born independently wealthy?
Ma.
I want to be a Paris Hilton type, Mom. What? Oh, you got to put out a video. Live with Johnny sex tape, bro.
You're going to do a sex tape?
Yeah. Well,
It's just going to be you, right? Giving yourself a hand job?
we won't need the whole tape. Those
10
things,
seconds.
those things run for 4 or 5 hours.
It'll be a quickie.
I'm not looking to loop the fucking whole thing.
It'll be a
short.
shortcut. Live with Johnny shortcut.
I hate that you're right. That's fucking funny. Anyway, we will see you back here next week unless Captain Lacrosse over here fucking decides he's
No, we're
got
good for next Thursday. I just confirmed.
Oh, well, we just confirmed. Okay, anyways, 3 most important words in the English language are how are you? Do yourself a favor when you're done with this. Text, email, or call somebody you haven't spoken to in a while and reach out to those who aren't reaching out and just ask them, how are you? You could change somebody's day. You could change somebody's minute. You could change somebody's life. You could change their week. Whatever it is, you can help somebody out just by saying those 3 wonderful, important words. As always, it was a pleasure to be here with you. It was a pleasure for you to be here with me, I'm sure. Bright eyes, I'm coming home, and we will see you all next week. I love all of you.